Jadi dihubungkan maka antara pengguna itu dengan pasien.
Ya, selamat pagi Bapak Ibu. Ya, terima
Selamat
kasih
pagi.
atas waktunya. Ya, baik
Ya,
Bu.
selamat pagi Pak.
Ya, Pak Ibu. Ya, sebelumnya saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada Bapak Ibu yang telah menyempatkan hadir di webinar kali ini. Jadi webinar kali ini itu eh, temanya tentang kinematic viscometer, alat yang kita highlight-nya. Dan bentar. Ah, ya. Eh, Untuk mempersingkat waktu, kita langsung saja buka acara kali ini. Sebelumnya, untuk acara pertama, kita akan ada sambutan dari perwakilan PT Anu Persada Mandiri selaku penyelenggara untuk webinar kali ini. Kepada Pak Dedi, dipersilakan.
Baik, terima kasih Mas Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi Bapak-Bapak, Ibu-Ibu. Sebelumnya saya ucapkan terima kasih sudah berkenan hadir pada webinar saat ini, di pagi ini. Saya juga dalam kesempatan kali ini mewakili Pak Ismadi sebagai Direktur Utama PT Andaru Persada Mandiri. Kebetulan pagi ini beliau tidak bisa hadir karena kan ada agenda lain yang berbarengan gitu. Mungkin sekedar informasi tujuan diadakannya webinar ini awalnya adalah kami mendapatkan beberapa pertanyaan dari beberapa customer kami di pabrik farmasi dan kosmetik awalnya itu terkait ada kewajiban untuk pengujian EG-DEG ya, EG-DEG di pabrik farmasi. Lalu ada salah satu excipient yang diperiksa itu adalah polyethylene glycol, microcellulose crystalline. Nah, ini ada pengujian degree of polymerization. Nah, ada beberapa pertanyaan tentang cara pengujian kinematic viscosity, tapi yang sudah comply dengan CFR 21 Part 11. Nah, kebetulan mungkin sudah 5 tahun ini kita emang ada supply alat kinematic viscosity, tapi saat ini kita gunakan untuk sampel-sampel di pabrik plastik atau oil. Nah, dalam kesempatan ini mungkin kami bisa share sedikit tentang alat kinematic viscosity ini. Lalu kami juga sebetulnya butuh feedback dari rekan-rekan di sini untuk mendapatkan informasi lain tentang pengujian kinematic viscosity ini dari berbagai sisi gitu, baik dari sisi pharmaceutical, dari sisi kosmetik, ataupun ada beberapa teman kami dari pabrik PET ataupun dari akademisi ya. Mungkin kita butuh berdiskusi ya. Saya harap di webinar ini tuh diskusinya bisa dua arah ya, nggak hanya searah. Jadi saat diskusi bila ada pertanyaan dari Bapak atau Ibu silakan diinterupsi, bisa langsung ditanyakan. Lalu yang kedua, kami juga berharap dari webinar ini, setelah selesai webinar ini mungkin Bapak dan Ibu bisa punya pengetahuan lebih tentang kinematic viscosity ini. Lalu ini Mas Akbar juga mungkin di pertengahan atau di akhir akan ada door prize ya Mas Akbar ya. Jadi supaya teman-teman bisa semangat mengikuti webinar ini dari awal sampai akhir, maka silahkan diperhatikan. Mungkin ada beberapa pertanyaan terkait topik yang dikirimkan. Oke, mungkin itu saja dari kami. Mudah-mudahan webinar ini berjalan lancar. Terima kasih. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya, terima kasih Pak Dedi atas sambutannya. Ya, seperti yang diinfo oleh Pak Dedi, nanti untuk ini kita akan ada istilahnya door prize ya Bu ya. Jadi ada voucher untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian. Untuk nanti teknis ini mengenai quiz. Jadi nanti kita akan ada quiz di tiap sesinya mengenai apa yang sudah dijelaskan sebelumnya. Nah, kalau gitu sebelum masuk ke topik yang dibicarakan, di sini saya akan menyampaikan dulu company profile dari PT Pesada Mandiri. Ya, jadi PT Pesada Mandiri merupakan bisa dikatakan distributor untuk alat laboratorium di instrumentasi. Dan PT Pesada Mandiri ini berdiri dari tahun 2009. Jadi sudah lebih dari 15 tahun untuk servis di bidang instrumen alat laboratorium. CEO kami itu Pak Ismadi Suwarjono, jadi sudah berpengalaman sekitar 20 tahun lebih di chemist dan juga sales. Ya, spirit dari beliau adalah chemist serving chemist. Dan ya, Pak Ismadi sudah sukses membawa perusahaan ini 20 kali lebih besar selama 8 tahun terakhir. Berikut merupakan visi misi dari Andar Persada Mandiri. Untuk visi kami adalah to be the world-class laboratory manufacturer and distributor. Jadi tidak hanya untuk mendistributor, tapi kami juga memiliki manufacturer dari brand lokal kami itu Barkov. Dan untuk menunjang misinya, di sini misi yang kami cantumkan adalah become laboratory equipment distributor with best response, best solutions, best service, best delivery, and ya to achieve zero complaint. Ini, ah, jadi untuk PT Indonesia Mandiri sendiri kita ada dua segmen laboratorium. Yang pertama life science dan yang kedua analytical dan general lab. Jadi untuk life science ini fokus di bidang molekular biologi, seperti ELISA, DNA purification, lalu ada juga PCR dan lain-lain. Sedangkan untuk analytical dan general lab, di sini kita fokus untuk analytical instrumen yang banyak digunakan di bidang farmasi, F&B, kosmetik, klinikal, dan laboratorium umum lainnya, serta alat-alat general lab seperti timbangan, lalu kita juga ada hot bachelor, micropipette, dan lain-lain. Nah, ini brand-brand yang dibawa oleh PT Indonesia Mandiri, diantaranya ada Barkov untuk HPLC, Spectro, FTIR, Dissolution Tester, lalu ada DNA Teknologi untuk PCR, ada Expect Teknologi untuk GC, ICP, lalu ada BR Teknologi, Olsheng, Wayel untuk ion kromatografi, Labtech, Coplay, Silojex, Orto Alresa, dan Zone One. Ini untuk yang kinematic viscometer yang kita akan presentasikan pada webinar kali ini. Nah, ini contohnya untuk barang-barang dari Alsheng. Pertama ada Automatic Lipid Preparation, and Spectro Nano. Terus untuk purification sistemnya. Terus dari DNA teknologi untuk PCR, konvensional PCR, electrophoresis. Di sini juga ada dari Alsheng, micropipette reader, micropipette washer, multimode reader. Ini untuk Barkov, untuk kit dan reagennya ada dari Barkov. Ini manufacturer dari Indonesia sendiri. Lalu ada Mole, DNA Teknologi, dan BioAir. Nah, berikut untuk brand Barkov. Di sini ada Dissolution Tester, Spectrophotometry VIVIS, HPLC, dan FTIR. Untuk spektrofotometri VIVIS ini tipenya BRQ UV series, sedangkan untuk HPLC ini tipenya BRQ 4000 series. Jadi untuk spektrofotometer dan HPLC ini sudah digunakan di beberapa instansi dan kampus juga. Ini untuk analytical ion chromatography dari Wayel, dan juga kita sediakan consumable berupa kolom HPLC dan kolom IC-nya juga. Lalu selanjutnya barang-barang dari Expect. Ini ada GC, LCMS-MS, GCMS, SCP-OS, SCP-MS, dan Super Microwave Digester. Untuk general support dari general lab-nya kita ada micropipette, vortex mixer, dry bath, BSC, laminar, WPS, centrifuge, dan inkubator, oven, dan autoclave. Jadi dari Anu sendiri kita bawa istilahnya barang yang banyak dari berbagai brand. Nah, kita juga bisa provide untuk method development. Jadi setiap pembelian analytical instrument itu kita sudah include-kan free 1 tahun untuk method development-nya. Lalu kita juga support application-nya juga. Tidak hanya method dan service, kita juga support untuk aplikasi yang akan dijalankan gunakan atau yang akan dianalisa. lalu kita juga compliance terhadap regulasi, dan after sale service kita juga kita sudah include-kan juga. Jadi kita free maintenance selama 1 tahun, dan juga free warranty selama 1 tahun untuk spare part-nya. Nah, ini program-program yang kita bisa berikan dari Ando Persada Mandiri Group. Nah, pertama demo dan trial. Di sini kita open untuk demo dan trial juga. Selanjutnya kita ada webinar series. Jadi untuk webinar ini kita akan jalankan berkala. Saat ini mengenai kinematic viscosity, dan ada upcoming webinar juga mengenai GC. Lalu kita juga open untuk on-site workshop di tempat Bapak Ibu. Jadi jika ingin bekerja sama dengan kami mengenai workshop di tempat Bapak Ibu, baik di kampus maupun di instansi, kami open untuk on-site workshop juga. Terus kami open juga untuk sampel testing di workshop kami. Jadi kami di workshop itu ada beberapa alat instrumen seperti HPLC, spektrofotometer, ion kromatografi, GC, dan PCR. Jadi jika ada Bapak Ibu yang ingin cek sampelnya, kita open untuk cek sampel di workshop kami. Lalu kami juga open jika ada dari Bapak Ibu yang ingin visit ke workshop kami. Jadi kami sudah lakukan beberapa kali, dari beberapa customer pun ada yang datang ke workshop kami untuk penjelasan lebih lanjut mengenai alat-alat, dan ya bisa lakukan demo dan trial dari sampel yang dibawa juga. Ya, sekian dari saya untuk company profile sharing-nya. Nah, sebelum kita masuk ke webinar kali ini yang bertemakan tentang kinematic viscosity testing for pharmaceutical excipient that comply to CFR 21 part 11. Di sini kita ada quiz dulu sebentar. Jadi di sini kita ada beberapa pertanyaan. Kita ada quiz dulu sebentar mengenai apa yang tadi saya sampaikan. Nanti dari Bapak Ibu jika ingin menjawab pertanyaan atau kuisnya bisa raise hand di Zoom ini. Jadi bisa diklik react, terus di situ ada raise hand, nanti diklik saja. Nanti dari tim marketing kami akan melihat yang pertama raise hand dan ya dipersilakan untuk menjawab kuisnya. Nanti di sini kami ada ya door prize. Mohon sebelum menjawab memberikan info nama dan instansinya. Nanti dari tim marketing kami akan reach out ke Bapak Ibu yang menjawab pertanyaannya. Siap? Iya, jadi untuk pertanyaan yang pertama, apa judul topik webinar kali ini? Ada yang bisa menjawab? Mungkin yang bisa menjawab bisa raise hand. Apa judul topik webinar kali ini? Ya, Bapak Abdul Sulhadi.
Ya, halo. Apakah suara saya
Iya,
jelas?
Pak. Ya, jelas, Pak.
Oke, judul webinar hari ini tentang kinematic viscosity testing for pharmaceutical excipient that comply for CFR 21 part.
Ya, benar. Jadi untuk topik webinar kali ini itu tentang kinematic viscosity testing for pharmaceutical excipient that comply to CFR 21 part 11. Ya, benar. Ya, nanti Pak Abdul akan di-reach oleh tim marketing kami, Pak, ya, untuk door prize ya.
Ya, makasih Pak.
Ya, baik, Pak. Lalu untuk pertanyaan kedua, ini seputar Ando Persada Mandiri. Jadi pertanyaannya tahun berapa PT Andalu Persada Mandiri berdiri? Iya, Bapak Ainul Yakin.
Oke, selamat siang, Mas. Perkenalkan nama
Ya,
saya Muhammad
selamat
Nurul Yakin.
siang.
Saya dari PT Prima Medik Nusantara, Mas. Jadi untuk
Ya,
berdirinya PT Andalu Persada Mandiri itu di tahun 2009. Betul, Mas?
ya, betul. Jadi untuk PT Andalu Persada Mandiri sendiri itu berdiri di tahun 2009. Ya, baik Pak. Nanti akan di-reach oleh tim marketing kami ya Pak.
Iya, Pak. Terima kasih.
Siap, terima kasih Pak. Lalu pertanyaan selanjutnya terkait instrumen yang disupport oleh HPLC, oleh Andaru. Jadi apa tipe HPLC dan spektro dari Barkov yang disupport oleh PT Andaru Persada Mandiri? Mungkin ada yang memperhatikan tadi untuk tipe dari HPLC dan spektro dari Barkov. Baik, kalau tidak ada, kita ganti pertanyaannya. Pertanyaan selanjutnya terkait dengan barang-barang yang disupport oleh PT Andaru Persada Mandiri. Sebutkan 4 brand yang disupport oleh PT Andaru Persada Mandiri. Ya, Bapak Ihsan Jaya. Silahkan, Pak. Bapak Ihsan Jaya. Atau mungkin ada yang lain yang bisa menjawab. Oh, tidak ada, Pak. Tidak ada suaranya, Pak. Atau mungkin bisa ditulis di chat, Pak, untuk jawabannya. Ya, jadi jawabannya Barkov, teknologi, bioteknologi, Auseng, dan Labtek. Benar, Pak. Jadi untuk PT Andalu Persada sendiri, di antaranya membawa barang-barang dari Barkov, teknologi, bioteknologi, dan Auseng teknologi, dan Labtek. Ya, benar, Pak. Ya, terima kasih, Pak. Nanti untuk request-nya akan di-reach oleh tim marketing kami ya, Pak. Ya, selanjutnya kita masuk langsung saja ke topik utama kali ini. Di sini sudah ada pembicaranya. Ya, terima kasih banyak, Pak. Sudah ada pembicara dari tim Zone 1 untuk kinematik viskometer ini. Hai, Ken.
Hi.
Ya, ya, sure. So, yeah, you can like present.
Oh, okay.
So it is your turn.
Uh,
Yes. Right. So you can present about your presentation regarding the kinematic viscosity for the pharmaceutical excipient analysis.
okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And thank you for everyone to join this presentation. My name is Kent from Hangzhou Zhongrong Technology Company, and we are the viscometer manufacturer.
Sorry, Ken.
Yeah.
Maybe you can turn on the camera so the attendee can
Yes. Yes.
see yeah.
It's too dark.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show a small video. It's about the viscosity determination, and it takes about 2 minutes. I wanted to show how the viscosity will be determined and how it. Can you see this video?
Yes, Ken.
Okay. So when we do the viscosity determination, we need a viscometer. It can be in many shapes, like a candle tube, oblong tube, and even a pink wedge tube. So when we do the testing, we fill the sample into the tube. And then you can see the 2 marks here. So when we do the testing of the viscosity, we measure the flowing time of the liquid when it goes through the tube of the 2 marks. And then we get the flowing time here. Then we put the flowing time into the equation. Then we get to know the viscosity. Normally, when we're doing this, we get the kinematic viscosity. Okay, that's all. So comes to our topic. The determination of the degree of polymerization of microstalline solution by IVS 200. As IVS 200 is a viscometer machine which can do the determination automatically. And now today's topic is to test the DP of this material. So we divided the content into 7 parts, and the main steps is the top step 3 and 4 and 5. So I will go very quickly into the first few pages. The first is purpose and background. So why we needed to test the DP of this kind of material? First, we needed to know what is the meaning of the DP. DP is a degree of polymerization. of the material to reflect the length and the purity of the molecule chain. We can simply understand as this: if the chain of the molecule chain is small or is big, it can reflect to the quality of your product. And the quality of products will affect to the final results. It is whether it will be good to your patient, and also to meet the regulations of the laws. And the second, in the standard, you can see this is the testing standards of microstalline solution. And it requires to determination the relative viscosity and the intrinsic viscosity. So in my presentation, I also showed the intrinsic viscosity, the function. It is an important bridge to connecting the determination of the polymerization degree. So we can simply understand that the relation between the DP, it has some kind of a relation. It can show the quality. Here it is a picture of the degree of polymerization, the molecules. As you can see, all the molecules can get together by the chain, bind together. So if the chain breaks or the chain is too long, it can reflect some physical features to the product. And here are some of the standards, the quality requirements for the testing. So the standards is just a guidance of all the users, all the manufacturers to following the regulations to make sure the products can meet the requirements, to make sure the product is safe and the stability. And here, the quality control to make the patient safely and also boost the market. Here's the relationship between the DP, the degree of polymerization, and the quality control. So I believe today most of you are coming from like a QC lab or like a college, and you will doing the testing of the DP. So you kind of is like a QC job. So we test the DP and how it can reflect to the quality control. So we would introduce it later in the following pages. So comes to the content two is a testing theory. So this for this sentence is the theory. By measuring kinematic viscosity of the sample solution and the solvent, then calculate the relative viscosity and the intrinsic viscosity, and how we can test the kinetic viscosity. We can, if you remember, we just showed a video. So we're using the tubes, and we're filling the sample into the tube, and count the flowing time of the sample, then put the flowing time into the equation, we get the kinematic viscosity. Here the same of the introducing of the sample and solvent viscosity, relative viscosity, and intrinsic viscosity. No worry, in the following page, we can explain it again because we have some equations to show, so you can see it very clearly how it will be. Okay, when we need to proceed the degree of polymerization, so we need some instrument and need some reagent. We can call it a chemical. How to work together to get the final result. The main instrument is an automatic physical meter, which can do the determination of the results automatically. But in the meantime, if we want to proceed this test, we also need some of other instruments like the sample dissolver is for the sample dissolving, and the analytical balance is for the sample weighing. Also, the constant temperature bath for maintaining the viscosity measurement temperature, stopwatch, and also some of the glass accessories. Normally, we can generally divide the viscosity determination into 3 steps. The first step is we're using a balance to get the weight of the sample. The second step, we're using chemicals to mix with the sample and then put into a hot plate stiller or the water bath or oil bath to get it dissolved from solid or from powder into liquid. The final step, we put the dissolved samples into the viscometer and start the testing, get the final result. So according to the standard mentioned, we're using the reagents, the chemicals. It's a cupric ethylene diamond solution and the diesel, the water, and the other of the reagents. The first step, we're using a balance to get the weight of the sample is 1.3 gram according to the standard. If you check the standard here, is using the balance to get the weight of the sample. Then we use a peptide machine or using a manual peptide to transfer the 25 milliliter of water and 25 milliliter of the reagent into the flask. So in this step, we have proposed an automatic peptide machine is a DP25, which it can transfer the chemicals automatically and at a high precision. So you just needed to click on the screen of 25. It will transfer 25 milliliter of the reagent automatically. So after we mixed with the chemical, we need to immediately purge the solution with the nitrogen gas. because we're using the nitrogen gas to remove the oxygen, like other airs, to prevent the sample aged. So after we remove the oxygen from the flask, we put the flask in hot water bath. It is heated and shaked. So after some time, it will be totally dissolved. So it will become a liquid. So here comes the most important steps. The third step is to do the viscosity determination. In the standard, it has mentioned that you will be using a Kinematic tube is the size of 150 or the equivalent viscometer. So in this step, you have two options. The first option is using the Kinematic tube, or the equivalent tube is we call it Hubble tube. They are both in the same. You will testing the kinematic viscosity at the first time. So in this presentation, I will suggest we are using the Hubble tube for automatic determination. So once we get the sample dissolved, we place it here. And here it is our automatic viscometer, IVS 200. You can see from this picture, first, it is a machine. It is a machine, nothing, just a machine. And a machine with the first is Hubble tubes built inside. And the second, we providing a domestic water bath to keep the Hubble tube in a very stable temperature. For example, is 25 degree or 30 degree. Okay, and we have built in the sensor, optical sensor here to measure the flowing time automatically. So this machine, you can consider it is a Hubble tube, and with a stable temperature of water bath, and with a automatic flowing time counting machine. In the meantime, we want to make it an automatic system. So we have built-in some pumps to make the liquid going up or going down automatically. So we are using a software to control the program. Okay, here is the waste collection bottle. So once the testing finished, the machine will draining the waste liquid into the bottle automatically to make sure the tube is empty. Then you fill in the wash agent into the tube for washing. It is dried automatically. Okay, then comes the at the top, you can see is a glass funnel. So we're filling the liquid or sample through the glass funnel into the Hubble tube. Then click the start on the software. It will do the testing automatically. So this is our IVS 200 automatic viscometer. So first, when you got the machine, when you want to start it, you can start the viscometer to make the machine keep at the temperature is 25 degrees. Or it is based on your testing requirement. Some of the experiment takes at 30 degrees. It's also okay. when the machine is stable, you put the sample to the calibrator tubes at the top, and hold it for 10 minutes to make sure the sample reaches the same temperature as the water bath. So here comes our software page. As you can see, in the main page, it has a unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. Maximum we can have unit 6. But for IVS 200, it has only one measuring head. So you will use only one measuring unit here. And we have built in all the testing programs inside. So at first, we can create the method of the testing kinematic viscosity in advance, so we can achieve the automatic testing in the future. So first, we take the kinematic viscosity of the sample. This is the method we have built in the equations here. So you just need to fill in the settings here and click save. Here it is the kinetic viscosity of the sample and also kinetic viscosity of the solvent. It is the same program, but you need to create the program for each. From the left side, you can see is the method of the testing. From right side, you can see is the hardware parameters. So you don't need to change all the time. So once we created the both testing method here, we can save as a method. So each time when you need to do the test, you only select the method from here directly. For example, in this page, you can see we have selected the kinematic viscosity of the sample. And the second method is kinematic viscosity of the solvent. So you don't need to write every day, you just choose it directly and click start. Also, you can see the method. Once we create the method here, it will be saved here. So you can use it from the main page directly. So this is the automatic testing of the kinematic viscosity. I want to introduce the two parts. First is the pre-measurement times and main measurement times. And the second is deviation time. Okay, the pre-measurement time means when we start the testing, the machine will make the sample testing automatically 2 times. And each time it will not record the flowing time. By doing this, we make sure the sample is going through the tube and is completely contact with the water bath to make sure the temperature of the sample is 100% same as the water bath. And for the main measurement times, 3 times. So after 2 per measurement time, it will proceed the 3 times of a main measurement time. So in this main measurement time, it will do the sample testing 3 times. And each time it will record the flowing time. And when it shows a report, it will do the average result of 3 times and get the final result. So in total, it can proceed 2 plus 3 times equals 5. 5 times, during the 5 times, You don't need to do anything. It will do the testing automatically and choose the final result automatically. You can also set the pre-measurement time is 1, measurement time is 2. It's also okay. It's all depend on you. Maximum we can set 9 times and 9 times. And for the second part is differentiation types. If it tested 3 times, but one of the time is the deviation is higher than 0.5 seconds. We think this flowing time is fault. We need to add extra test automatically to make sure the result is more equal. So we set the deviation time 0.2 seconds according to the standard. So that means if one of the tester is beyond the deviation, the machine will do extra testing automatically to make sure the result is more accurate. Okay, here comes the relative viscosity. So talks about the relative viscosity. We have the is here. If we check about the viscosity, the relative viscosity of the standard, it is the kinetic viscosity of the sample and the kinetic viscosity of the solvent. It is a result of the 2 kinetic viscosities. Okay, so in our software, we already built in the equation into our program. So we create the testing method for a relative viscosity. All is the same. So you can see all the setting is almost the same. The pre-measurement time is 2, deviation 0.2, and the tube number, tube constant will be recorded here. So comes to the main part is the concentration of the sample. We take a look. So if we check, look back, we're using a balance to get the weight of the sample is 1.3 gram. So here, we put the weight of the sample is 1.3 gram. And the volume of the solvent is 50 milliliter. You can see 25 milliliter of water and 25 milliliter of the reagent. So in total is 50 milliliter. It's here. And the solvent viscosity, as we know, you can see in this page. Once we have tested the solvent viscosity, we get the result. It will be stored in our system. So when you do the relative viscosity testing, you can just choose like a new solvent. It will use the result of we have tested automatically. Or maybe if you want, you can choose the solvent IV information here to choose it directly. And then click start. It will do the testing and shows final results of relative viscosity automatically. So this part is about the relative viscosity. And here comes our final part is about the DP, degree of polymerization. If we check from the standard here, it's a determination of the intrinsic viscosity using a viscosity table, a reference table, and we get the degree of polymerization is here. we're using the equation like this. So I have put the equation in our presentation is like this. So this is an equation. Don't worry, we have put this equation in our software. So you don't need to remember or you don't need to calculate it manually. Just like this, you choosing a standard method. It will be here. Choose it. You can see the dP of the sample here. And here it is the intrinsic viscosity reference table here. We can build this table in our software as well. So when you need to check the intrinsic viscosity, you can choose from a software directly. Okay, here comes the final result. It's our report. You can, in this report, you can see the sample number. You can name it as you wish, sample name, or you can name it as you wish. And here is the sum of the tube number, tube constant. And here is the standard method. Which method you are using, for example, is kinematic, or maybe it's a viscosity, relative viscosity. This is the same as the relative viscosity. So all the result will be shown here. The final result, for example, the kinematic of the solvent is 1.052. This is a kinematic force viscosity. The machine tested 3 times and gets the average result of the flowing time is 105.2 seconds. So this is the final result. And also this is the kinematic viscosity of the sample. This is the kinematic of sample. So coming to the relative viscosity, it is the 1.14. This is the final result of relative viscosity for the sample and for the solvent. So come to the degree of polymerization. Okay, sorry, for this page, I think I put the same page, sorry. But if the final result is about the dP of the sample, you can share, you can see the results. Results will be here. The dP, the final result will be shown here. As for this report, you can print it. You can save it as an image, the picture, the Excel files, or you can. We have a report. We can send the final report to your system automatically, like a Linux system. For the part of the 6, I would just say it very quickly. So in the standard dimension, the dP of the sample is not more than 350. So it is like acceptance. You should know up than 350. So comes to the final part is about the 3Q, because we will do some, especially in the pharmacy industry, they have a strict requirement about the 3Q. So first, what is the 3Q? It's installation qualification, operation qualification, and the performance qualification. First, I want to mention our physical meter IBS 200. We can meet the requirement of the FDA and 911 USP. I think 911 USP regulations. For the 3Q, I wanted to make to introduce the OQ in detail, especially in this part, the OQ part. It has some of new requirements about data integrity testing. First, like verify user management and permission control. That means the software has the management of the access, like permission for like administrator and manager and the operator. So in our system, we have the user management. We can give different users different access. For example, like edit of the settings, edit of the results, print and change the settings, anything. And the third is verify the electronic signatures. I think this requirement is just coming out about 2 or 3 years. It has a requirement. You need to put your electronic signature on the report to verify that you do the report by you. So in our system, we have the electronic signature systems for you to do this signature. And the part 4 is auditor trial verification. All the data in our software, all the operations like a temperature change, like the settings, like delayed or modified or anything, log in, log out, print anything, the data will be recorded in our software so it can be checked. In the final presentation, if you have interested, I have some of the presentation, the videos in our sorry. Okay, sorry to interrupt. As you can see, IVS 200, it is just a machine. So in this, we have built in like 95% of all installation already built in. So for you, once you receive this machine, you only need to fill in the water and connect it to the software, the computer, and the waste collection bottle. Then that's all. You can use it directly. So we fill a sample into the tube and choose the method which we have built in. sorry, it's in Chinese, but we also have English version. So we choose the solvent viscosity determination program and click start. It will raising up the liquids and going down, starts the counting automatically and record all the testing results here in this page. So this is our testing report page. And here comes our sample testing. Also the same, filling the sample into the tube, click start, or choosing the program. Oh, this is for washing. For after testing, the washing will be proceed. So filling the sample for testing, you can see all the flowing time will be recorded here. And it will test 3 times. And then here's final result. This is the final result. This part is for the washing. We have the washing program we already built in. So when you fill in the washing agent into the tube and click start.
Sepertinya ada lost connect dari pembicara kami. Saya coba kontak dulu ya, Bu, Pak.
Hello?
Yeah, yes. Hi.
Sorry, I have some internet issues. I think the connection is broken. So I can reconnect it. But the video showing of the viscosity, I think, is finished. So in generally, I wanted to make some conclusion. First, doing the testing of kinematic intrinsic viscosity and also the dP of the sample is work that's related to the viscometer. And the second, the viscometer is a machine. You just consider it is a machine. helps you to do the automatic viscosity determination. Third, viscosity is a machine that contains stable water bath and the urban tubes, automatic measuring systems, and cooperate with the software to achieve automatic testing programs. And the final viscometer can meet the requirement of like FDA and the pharmacy like USB 911 regulations. Okay, here it is my showing of a presentation. If anyone has a question, I'm happy to answer it.
Yeah, sure. So thank you, Ken, for the presentation. Yeah, it is very insightful for the presentation. Ya, Bapak Ibu, jika ada pertanyaan, ya silakan bisa ditanyakan. Jadi untuk alat kinematik viskometer ini sebenarnya bukan hanya untuk bidang farmasi saja gitu, tapi bisa digunakan juga untuk seperti manufaktur plastik untuk analisa PET juga. Jadi mungkin jika ada pertanyaan mengenai kinematik viskometer, kami persilahkan. Nanti untuk pertanyaannya boleh raise hand atau bisa diketik di chat, bisa dalam bahasa Indonesia ataupun dalam bahasa Inggris.
Use and how.
Yeah, Ken, is there any questions? So the question is, how long can the prepared solvent be used, and how long can the prepared sample be used?
Okay. The solvent you have prepared, actually you can buy the solvent from the market directly. So you don't need to prepare by yourself.
Ibu Alicia mungkin bisa di
the prepared sample be used.
Bisa di ini Bu, saya untuk pertanyaannya, maksud pertanyaannya biar nanti
Thank
kita
you.
coba tanyakan ke
You mean once you sorry, you continue. I think you are asking, once you have prepared the solvent, how long it can be used? Maybe after how long you need to change it to new solvent. Am I right?
Oh yeah, the question is after prepared the sample, so how long the sample can be used effectively?
Effectively, normally like a sample, you have noticed that once we prepare a sample dissolving, we're using a natural gas to remove the oxygen. Yeah, it is to prevent it from aged. So normally, once your sample is prepared, it's adjusted to finish the testing in 2 hours. If it's take longer, like more, it will be like a dissolved, and the molecule chain maybe like a dissolved and break. It will affect the final results. And also for this sample, it might get be aged.
Ya, jadi untuk disarankannya dari kami itu 2 jam setelah preparasi sampel itu harus sudah dianalisa. Karena jika lebih dari 2 jam, khawatirnya ada kontaminan yang masuk ke dalam sampel dan mengganggu pembacaan hasilnya. How about the solvent? It is same as the sample or it is different?
I'm sorry.
About the solvent, so it is the same with the sample or it is different for the time that effectively to analyze.
You mean the solvent? Is solvent?
Yes. Yes.
Mm. You mean the solvent will affect the testing?
Yeah, I mean like the solvent. How long the solvent can be storage effectively before the analysis?
Okay, you mean once the solvent prepared, how long it can be stored before it's changed? Okay.
Yeah.
Normally, it is depend on your testing. For example, if you're testing one sample, that means you only cost about 50 milliliter of the liquid. And for one bottle, it's like 500 milliliter. So it can be used a very long time. But normally we will just, if the sample is, the solvent is prepared, do not use it more than 1 month. Yeah. But if you have more samples, you need to test it every day and cost more. That a bottle of the solvent 500 milliliter can be used like 10 days. Then you don't need to worry about the valid time. Also, for the daily storage of the solvent, you need to pay attention to is that avoid of the sunshine directly and seal the bottle. Just in case it's can contact to the air, oxygen, anything to make it changed.
Iya, jadi kalau untuk normalnya waktu penyimpanan solventnya bisa sampai dengan 1 bulan. Tapi ya disarankannya tiap hari itu ada dilakukan pengecekan untuk kualitas dari solventnya dan ada apa ya ada aturannya ketika menyimpan solventnya itu, jadi tidak boleh terkena, contohnya seperti tidak boleh terkena langsung sinar matahari dan ya hindari terkena paparan udara seperti itu. Jadi kalau secara waktu ya idealnya itu normalnya di bawah 1 bulan untuk penyimpanan solvent ya, dan untuk sampel itu sekitar 2 jam. And another question, what is the function of the cupriaethyl anhydramine hydroxide? And then is the purging of nitrogen is should be do when do the analysis, or not must do the nitrogen purging?
Let's reach. Okay. The first, the solvent function, as you can see, all the materials make the together is like a molecule, and all the molecule connection together we call it the chain. So once we wanted to determination the viscosity or proceed the DP testing, we need to dissolve the sample into a liquid to make it like a dissolution liquid. So the solvent function is to dissolve the liquid into dissolve the sample into liquid, but it will not break the molecule chain. So the main function is to make the sample as a dissolution liquid. And the second question, for the natural gas, do we need to use all the testing? Actually, it's especially for the some of the testing when we're using the solvent. Let me check. Let's now. When we use the capacity diamond, it can do action to the oxygen. So we need to use the natural gas to remove the oxygen to prevent it change it. So we only need it action to the sample. We don't want action to the oxygen. So that is why we're using the natural gas to remove the oxygen. And the specification of solvent purity and the brand. Actually, for the brand, different country has a different brand, so I cannot recommend. But for the purity, I can do some recommendation. Normally, when you buy it, you can buy from the website, which is selling the reagents. You can choose the like AR grade. AR is like an analytical reagent. The purity will be fine.
Yeah, so need to confirm again. So the function of the cupriaethyl dihydramine hydroxide is to dissolve the sample but not break the molecule. Is it correct?
Yes.
And for the nitrogen purging, it is depend to the sample.
Yes. I will send a picture in the group so you can check it. You can buy from like a Merck, a Sigma, or like a Maclean is also fine. As only as the purity is like AR grade, is will be fine.
Untuk spesifikasi solventnya atau purity-nya bisa menggunakan yang AR atau analytical reagent, itu bisa digunakan untuk dari brand manapun. Untuk jawabannya apakah sudah cukup jelas atau mungkin ada yang ingin dikonfirmasi kembali untuk jawabannya? Mungkin ada pertanyaan lainnya?
I think Daddy can help to find it from local.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Mungkin dari Bapak Ibu, apakah ada pertanyaan lagi? Mungkin aplikasi di luar farmasi, kami open juga untuk diskusi untuk aplikasi di luar pharmaceutical excipient.
Is there any other questions?
Ya, baik. Jika tidak ada pertanyaan lebih lanjut, mungkin untuk so yeah, she want to confirm that so not all the sample preparation need the cupriethylenhydramine hydroxide as the solvent. So it is depend to the each compendia, right?
Yes, you are correct. And if you have time, I can show us a short page. As you can see, this is the testing of the PET intrinsic viscosity. You can see the standards here, the different standards like ASTM, ISO, or DIN. They have a different requirement to the solvent. As you can see from here, the solvent is quite different compared to the cellulose, the DP testing. So my answer is different sample have a different requirement of the solvent. The main idea of the sample is to dissolve the sample into liquid, and it will not break the molecule chain to make the sample as a dissolution liquid. I think I think this sentence can be very easy to answer you. Is like the main idea is here, the scope here. To make it a concentration to like a dissolution at 0.5%. Then test the flowing time by means of the bubble tube using a viscometer. So this is the general main idea. The solvent is just to make it to the dissolution concentration.
Ya, jadi sudah dikonfirmasi Bu untuk solvent ini tergantung dari sampel yang Anda analisa. Jadi tujuannya untuk melarutkan tanpa merusak ikatan dalam sampel karena bisa mengakibatkan kesalahan bacaan dalam analisa. Lalu untuk Ibu Eka untuk materi standar konsentrasi volume solvent ini nanti bisa kita share Bu untuk yang analisa PET berarti Bu ini Bu ya. Lalu pertanyaan selanjutnya, yeah, so for this instrument is compatible with every viscometer tube size, or it is like not compatible?
Sorry, let me check. Yes, and it's okay. The first the concentration and the solvent volume, right, of this material. You mentioned it's like a PET or like the cellulose sample we are testing, we are sharing today. So for this, we are taking the concentration like 1.3 gram of the sample, and then mix with the 25 milliliter of water and 25 milliliter of the solvent. So the concentration is 1.3 gram and 50 milliliter. The concentration is 0.026. And then the second question is, this viscometer can meet all the size of the tubes? Yes, the answer is yes. But mainly it is to fit in the tubular tubes. For example, like this is a Canon tube, and this is a tubular tube. We can meet all the size of the tubular tubes. And I guess need to do the calibration. You get the main idea. So for this machine, when we do the testing, we need to make sure all the testing is correct. So that we need to do the calibration. So first, the calibration is about the tubular tubes, the constant calibration. You can send it to a third party to get the certificate. And the second calibration is temperature calibration. It is a water bath, and what is the bath temperature? It is correct or not? So we can do the calibration of the water bath temperature precision. And then the third calibration is a digital thermometer. Because we have prepared the digital thermometer precision is 0.01 degree, we can use this thermometer to third party to do the calibration and get the certificate. So this is a calibration of the viscometer. And also for daily maintenance of this equipment, we can do the temperature calibration by yourself. We're using a certificate digital thermometer to check the viscosity of viscometer water bath temperature, and then do the calibration on software. The second for your daily maintenance calibration is if you are testing like a PET samples, they have the reference sample which has known viscosity. So we can use this machine to do the testing of known sample viscosity and compare the results, then do the calibration. It is just like a balance. You're using a weight to do the calibration. So this is my answer about the calibration.
Iya, jadi kalau untuk instrumen ini kompatibel dengan ukuran viskometer tube, tapi yang overhood, dan untuk dikalibrasi tetap perlu dilakukan kalibrasi karena ada suhu dan juga tabung overhoodnya. Jadi rekomendasikan untuk tabung overhood yang memiliki sertifikat, dan untuk kalibrasi suhu itu di waterbath-nya. Jadi bisa dilakukan dengan cek antara suhu yang terbaca dalam software dan suhu yang terbaca dalam calibrated thermometer. Lalu ada pertanyaan satu lagi mengenai palm oil. Are there any other tools used for analyzing palm oil?
Actually, the palm oil, for my side, we only testing like viscosities. But for the oil, it can have many features like the moisture, like the pH, like the fresh point, and like melting, and like you using the GC machine to test the content, anything. But unfortunately for my side, we only do the viscosity determination. Mm.
Ya, ya. Jadi kalau untuk palm oil bisa tergantung ke parameter yang akan diujinya apa. Kalau untuk viskometer sendiri, untuk alat ini kompatibel juga untuk analisa viskometer di palm oil. Ya, mungkin jika ada pertanyaan lebih lanjut mengenai metode, mengenai instrumennya, bisa diinfokan, nanti kita atur untuk diskusi mungkin di luar dari webinar ini, biar lebih jelas lagi untuk materinya. Mungkin sekarang mohon untuk on cam dulu, kita foto bersama dulu. Jadi kita lakukan sesi foto pertama. Nah, setelah sesi foto bersama ini, kita akan ada lagi quiz berdasarkan materi yang dipaparkan oleh Ken sebagai pemateri. Oh ya, Ken, could you please stop share the
Okay.
ya.
Okay.
Ya, mohon untuk bisa mengaktifkan kamera. Kita foto bersama dulu ya. Satu, dua, tiga. Sekali lagi. Satu, dua, tiga. Sudah? Oke, sudah. Terima kasih banyak Bapak Ibu. Selanjutnya kita ada kuis sesi 2. Ken, do you have any questions for the attendee as the quiz, maybe?
For currently, I don't have a question, but I'm very welcome to if anyone have the question related to the viscosity part, maybe like kinematic viscosity, rotational viscosity, anything, you can ask me. I'm very happy to answer.
Ya, sure. Ya, jika ada pertanyaan lebih lanjut mengenai viskometer, baik itu rotational viskometer atau kinematic viskometer, ya bisa ditanyakan. Nanti kita akan teruskan ke Ken untuk pertanyaannya. Baik, untuk kuisnya, jadi ini pertanyaannya dari saya lagi. Terkait dengan materi yang sudah dibawakan oleh Ken. Jadi yang pertama pertanyaannya, pada webinar ini apa nama eksipien yang dianalisa? Apa nama eksipien yang dianalisa? Iya, dari Triman.
Mikrokristalin selulose, Pak.
Ya, benar. Jadi pada kali ini pharmaceutical excipient yang dianalisa itu adalah mikrokristalin selulose. Nanti dari tim marketing kami akan kontak ya Bu untuk door prize-nya. Lalu pertanyaan selanjutnya. Apa merek dan tipe alat untuk memeriksa excipient tersebut? Dari John Moon ini apa merek dan tipe alat untuk memeriksa excipient tersebut? Apakah ada yang memperhatikan untuk tipe dan alat yang digunakannya? Ya, kita itu aja ya. 1, 2, 3. Baik, tidak ada. Jadi untuk tipe alat yang digunakan itu adalah Kinematic Viscosity IVS 200 yang digunakan pada untuk analisa mikrokristalin tersebut, yaitu IVS 200 Kinematic Viscosity. Lalu pertanyaan selanjutnya, untuk 3Q itu terdiri dari apa saja 3Q itu? Ya, Ibu Megawati. Ibu Megawati dipersilahkan.
Halo,
Ya, Ibu.
3Q itu tadi dari Installation Qualification, Operational Qualification, dan Performance Qualification.
Ya, benar. Jadi untuk 3Q itu terdiri dari Installation Qualification, Operational Qualification, dan Performance Qualification. Nah, nanti untuk 3Q ini sebenarnya bisa dilakukan saat instalasi awal oleh pihak vendor ya biasanya. Ya, baik Ibu Megawati, nanti dari tim kami akan nge-reach out ke Ibu ya Bu ya untuk door prize-nya. Baik, mungkin dari kami cukup sekian presentasinya. So, Ken, thanks for your presentation. So, it's very insightful for us. Dan terima kasih juga kepada Bapak Ibu yang sudah menyempatkan hadir. Saya izin menginformasikan untuk selanjutnya nanti kita akan ada webinar seri selanjutnya itu mengenai GC. Jadi mungkin jika ada yang berkenan untuk mengikuti webinar kami selanjutnya mengenai gas kromatografi, nanti dari tim kami akan ya menyebarkan flyernya dan bisa melakukan registrasi. Dari kami cukup sekian. Terima kasih atas waktunya. Mudah-mudahan materi yang disampaikan bisa memberikan manfaat. Ya, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.